I was raised an only child. Although my father had five other kids, I was only one for my mother. And so for the first 10 years of my life, pretty solitary, you know. And then my cousins were born, John and Joe. Much love to you guys. And they were sort of like my little brothers. And we were raised in the same building, you know, pretty much an apartment building in LA, Miracle Mile District. And I was raised with my grandmother, my aunt, and my mother. 3 mamas. But in terms of those first 10 years, yes, very solitary. You know, I appreciated and valued my alone time. It developed a lot of the artistic skills that I have today. But in that came this seclusion, the idea of being away from people. However, I am very good in groups of people. I am very good in front of an audience, and also solo. You know, I can do things alone. If there's any character flaw that I would magnify or admit to, it would be the lack of reaching out. That's something that I have to work on. I have to make a conscious effort to reach out to people. Like, I have to focus on that, you know, at times, because I tend to get lost in my solitary bubble. You know, that's my behavior in most cases. The flip side to this is when a person gets my attention, they get my attention. I am a very attentive person. When a person speaks to me, you know, because I love talking on the phone. I know today phone conversations are a little less. People would rather text. But when people speak to me on the phone, when they speak to me in person, I give my undivided attention. And that is probably the only guarantee that I can give, is undivided attention. I will not be looking down at my phone to check a text. I will not check a call. You know, it's just one of those things. Of course, in certain situations, I'll excuse myself, but for the most part, I am extremely attentive. And you know what? This also applies to strangers. Yes, strangers. Because in my mind, there are no strangers. On the human level, yes. On the spirit level, no. I see what most do not. I see in you what you do not see. You know, there's this thing called vibrations. I look for those, regardless of who they are. I always approach with a loving heart. Consider me just a friend who has experience to share, and you can take nuggets from that and apply it to your own life if you wish, or you can dismiss it. You know, there's a saying, take what's useful, dismiss the rest. It's quite easy, because there's something of value even from the people you do not know. When I look at you, I see more. I feel more. And this is the reason why I am attentive. You know, I am a healer, and I invest in the time with you. I remember having conversations on the phone at age 16, talking to people, you know, schoolmates. Sometimes they would call just to hear my voice, but in most cases it was to share what they're going through. And I would provide an ear. And I still do that to this very day. So I guess you can say this is nothing new. But being able to connect to the other person, you know, and listen. And I try to remember that each and every single time, because there are moments when someone needs to be heard. They need to be heard. They need to be felt. And right now, more people want to be heard. They want to feel a part of something because there's an awakening happening. Their lifestyle is being challenged and their ideas are being challenged. Things are very tough for some. Now, there are others who are gliding along. They're dealing with it just fine. Keep going. But whether you are in the right headspace or in a conflicted headspace, I am here. This is my purpose for being on this earth. And right now, as I record this, it's on a small scale. Maybe eventually it'll be on a bigger scale. And I am here to remind you that you are more than you think you are. I'm just, the voice on the shoulder. So this is the reason why I am as attentive and why I give people the floor. I'm not one to attempt to shine in every environment. When the moment presents itself, I will indulge. However, I usually just let others have the floor, let people speak, learn, listen. I'm very, very attentive in listening. I listen beyond my ears. I listen with my whole being. I implore you to take advantage of this. If you'd like, my hand is extended to you. Something on your mind, something you want to get off. Some people just want to be heard. I think more now than ever, people want to be heard. And we have all these platforms. Are you okay? What do you feel? How often have you taken a look inside of self? You have so much inside of you that you have not discovered. And now would be a good time to bring it to the surface, because this is being challenged. Our current situation is challenging the very essence of you. And to be able to overcome the adversity presented, you must know who that is. You must know who you are fully. This is imperative. So the stillness, you must develop a comfort with it. You must trust that you can glide through what you discover, because some of it might not be as comfortable, And then apply some habits. I always talk about vision, belief, habits. But you are more than you think you are, and it is very important for me to remind you. You will always be reminded. I will do this all the time. This is why I exist. It's why I'm here. Then let's do this. Okay, so take your hand, your right hand, and put it on your left chest. Right underneath there. Right on your chest. Right there, yes. You feel that? Yeah, feel that. That heartbeat, it just pumps. It just works. It functions. Whether you realize it or not, that is a very beautiful thing. But it is also a very powerful thing. The heartbeat. You are alive physically, but there's also another part of you that deserves your attention. There's another part of you that deserves your focus. And usually, if you are doing the right thing, you don't have to speak about it. You just live it, be it, do it. You are more than you think you are. You are more than you think you are. I see it. I believe it.